Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. Tish here, and I'm coming to you live from my office on this beautiful Tuesday morning here in Galveston. We have had some lovely weather, and I have loved it. We are finally getting some cooler temperatures. Thank you, thank you. I'm getting to wear some of my sweaters, which I'm really happy about. So anyway, excited to connect with you all this morning. I'm on a little bit of a high this morning. I had a fun style event last night here actually in Galveston with my good friend, Mary Claire Haver. We partnered. She was representing her business. I had, of course, my beautiful jewelry. And she has the Galveston Diet. So we had a full house. It was super fun. We ate healthy food. And of course, everyone loved the jewelry, which made me feel so great. So anyway, excited to be connecting with you all this morning. And I wanted to talk to you. Hi, guys. I see I've got some viewers joining. So hello. Hi, Kimber, Angeline, Jeannie, Kristen. Hi there. I think you're traveling, Kristen. Hope you're safe and warm. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Janet. Hi, Quay. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to come to you all briefly this morning and talk to you a bit about the perks of Park Lane Jewelry. It must have a lot to do with the time of year because I'm getting lots of reach out and lots of questions. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to address them here live for all those that are interested. And if the direct sales business or selling jewelry isn't for you, please share this or tag a friend who you think this might be able to have a big impact with. So I've now been with Park Lane over 8 months, and it's going great. For those of you that know my story, I've been in the space, in the direct sales space for 10 years. I partnered with a new company about 8 months ago, and it's been everything I expected and more. I believed in it from day one and knew what the opportunities would provide for the new team that I was building, because the programs at Park Lane are so rich. And when I say that, what I mean by that is the programs, starting at what they offer the customer. What they offer the customer is amazing. What they offer the hostess is amazing. What they offer the stylist is amazing. And and then it just goes on and on from there. And so because the programs are so rich and so generous, from the customer to the hostess to then the stylist, I knew that we would see the results that we're now seeing. I'm super proud to say that we have exceeded $2 million in sales from our little treasure tribe that is growing by leaps and bounds every day. I say little, not that we're little. We are very mighty, and we have more experience from the industry than anything I've ever seen before. But the reason I say little is, the organization that I was a part of before, we did over 30 million annually in sales. And so I am rebuilding from the ground up, and I'm really proud of what we're doing. And I'm really proud of what we've done thus far, our first 8 months in business. So with that, I wanted to talk for a moment about the perks of Park Lane. Like, the big question people always ask me is, why Park Lane? Why Park Lane, Tish? Why Park Lane? Like, that's what I hear over and over again. So I'm going to talk to you about the perks of Park Lane. And I'm first going to mention some of the feel-good things that really spoke to my heart, because, obviously I do this business with a full-time focus. I have for the last 10 years. It's very much a part of my life. My children are very aware of what their mom does each and every day. And I like to say, I think they're pretty proud of it. And I want them to be able to reap the rewards of our hard work, because they deserve it, right? I think they do. So I have a good friend who I've known for about a decade, my good friend. I won't mention her name, but she knows who she is. And her mom was a leader with Park Lane for, I think, 20, 25 years. And I've known this for years. I knew that it had provided a beautiful income for that family. Her mother was a single mom. They were growing up in a bedroom community outside of Houston. And I knew that her daughter had, loved the life and career that her mom had led. So when I first started considering this opportunity, I reached out to my friend. Very unbiased opinion. She obviously is not with Park Lane. Her mother has now retired and is no longer with Park Lane. So I reached out to my friend and I asked her, what was it like for you? What was it like for your mother? What did it bring to your life? What do you know about this family? I mean, I wanted to get all the goods and talk to anybody that could give me any information, because I'm a researcher. Boy, did I go out researching this company before I went and made a move. And the first thing she said to me was, it was the most amazing career my mother could have ever dreamed of. And I got to see the world through Park Lane. And what she meant by that was Park Lane offers 2 international trips a year. They have for decades. They have taken their people, which they consider family, all over the world. And she grew up at, going with her mom on all of these trips. They encourage families coming, and I've been on one now to Greece. I'll be going on my second to Rome, Italy in March. And there were many families there. And I was talking to these kids and they were saying, well, I've gone to this place and that place and this place and that place. And they've done all of this through Park Lane. That was mind blowing to me. I honestly could not believe it. And so when she said, Tish literally traveled the world with Park Lane. I grew up with, the children of the founders of Park Lane, because they were traveling the world with their parents in this family-run business. And that second and third generation is now at the helm of Park Lane. And so that's something that really spoke to me. I am so excited that myself, as well as my family, is going to be able to travel the world with Park Lane. But what's more exciting to me is I'm excited that I get to offer that opportunity to those that want to join me in this business. That's probably what makes me the most excited, because not only am I going to be doing it with my family, but I'm going to get to be able to share this incredible treat with so many others. And, here we are 8 months in, and this upcoming trip to Rome, Italy in March will be, we had 10% of our treasure tribe earn that trip. 10%. It's incredible. The trip is very doable. You don't have to be considered, like someone that's only doing this business full time. We had many earn this trip that work a full-time job and they do this business on the side. It is very doable, and it's something that I can't wait to continue to gift all of those that are coming to join us at this time of year, because the new trip will be announced in the new year. I don't know when, but in the new year. And I want any and all that want to partake in wherever we're going next. I went to Greece in September. I'm going to be going to Rome, Italy in March. The trip at the beginning of this year that was in the spring was in Switzerland. So that's just in the last 12 months where they've gone. I want any and all that want to partake in that to be a part of it. So that's the first perk that I want everyone to be sure they are aware of, that at Park Lane, 2 international trips a year, very doable. 10% of our team earned that trip. Did I say 10% earlier? Hopefully I said 10%, because about 30 earned it. So yeah, 10% earned that trip. We've surpassed we're close to about 400 team members, but at the time we had about 300 during the earning period. So anyway, between 200 and 300 during the earning period. So second thing is, let me talk about our Mercedes car program for a moment. That's a big one to me. And I'll tell you why that's a big one to me. Number one, I worked in pharmaceutical sales for 12 years. And for 12 years, I never owned my own car, because I always drove a company car and it rocked. And then when I left that industry, then I had to go out and buy my first car. Actually, it was a Ford Expedition. That was the first car I'd ever bought on my own. So anyway, I love it, and I have missed the perk of having a company car and having someone else pay for my car payment. I love at Park Lane, they offer a Mercedes car program. But what I love more about the Mercedes car program is this. It's actually available at every leadership level. I mean, from the first leadership level, when you just have one person on your team, you can earn this Mercedes car bonus at every level within the company. We have 10 that have already earned it. 10. Okay, guys, that's a lot just in basically 6 months. We've had 10 earn it in 6 months. We've had about 8 earn it in like 3 or 4 months. So, and some of those earners are at like the highest levels that have the highest qualifications, and they're earning it. So I'm really excited about the Mercedes car program, that we're going to be able to offer this to so many people. We have so many that are on the verge of earning. So I know it's around the corner for many. But what's even better about the Mercedes car program, a Mercedes may not be for everybody. Now, meanwhile, I have one sitting in my driveway now. I've never driven them, never owned a Mercedes, would have never gone out and bought my own Mercedes. But if I could earn it, of course, I was going to. So I have one now sitting in my driveway, but a Mercedes might not be for everyone. One of our team members, Danielle Skaggs, she has 3 littles under the age of 5 right now. And she wanted to be able to have a pass-through. And I guess there's not a Mercedes that has a pass-through. I don't know. I don't know all the different Mercedes models. But she opted to take the cash and get her car of choice, which was this gorgeous, go look on her Facebook wall, you can see it. Danielle Skaggs is her name, but this gorgeous car in place of the Mercedes. So there's an option if you don't want to go with the Mercedes. So I love that about Park Lane. They offer perks and flexibility around the perks, which I think is huge. This third thing I want to talk about with regards to perks with Park Lane, if you have been in this industry, either in network marketing or direct sales, then you're very aware of the fact that you can layer your income, work smarter, not harder, by building a team. And the more successful your team is, the more income you're going to earn. Well, what I love about Park Lane is, number one, with regards to their comp plan, which is the best I've ever personally seen in the industry, you are paid infinitely deep on your team. So as deep as your team builds, you are paid infinitely deep on your team. The second thing I love is that you are paid on the retail volume of your team. So you earn your percentages based on the retail volume. For those of you that are in direct sales or network marketing, you know what I'm talking about, and you may be in a scenario where you're not paid on the retail sales. But here at Park Lane, you are paid on the retail sales and volume of that team. And that is significant. And we're watching it happen left and right. There are so many examples that I could share with you where women have come in, they've come from another company, they came here for various reasons. Every single person's reasons are very different. But they're, earning as much in their 4th or 5th or 6th or 7th month as they had with their previous scenario when they had a team 20 times the size. I mean, we have one team member that left a team of 200, came in here. She now has a team of 10, and she earned the same amount with a team of 10 in October that she did last October with a team of 200. We are seeing examples like that over and over and over again. And, again, it's not all about the money, but I'm all about what direct sales and network marketing offers, which is giving you time freedom and flexibility. And when you do go out and choose to work, that you earning the most that you can and earning what you're worth. And that is the beauty of this space. So anyway, I love that you get paid infinitely deep and you get paid on the retail sales. So wanted to make sure that people were aware of that point. Also, let's talk about the free product. So again, I've heard from a lot that have come into our Treasure Tribe that one of the things that was hurting them in their other business was that they were constantly having to reinvest. And I've heard that a lot. And they were therefore not profitable or not very profitable in their business because they were constantly having to reinvest in product, reinvest in host rewards because maybe their company didn't cover host rewards, reinvest in their team with always having to do all these incentives. And, when I was coming over, one of the things that our CEO said to me, Scott, he was like, I want you keeping your money in your pocket, Tish. Our programs are so rich. You're not going to need to be constantly offering incentives for your team. And he said, I really want you to listen on this, and you're going to see that it's not necessary. And he was so right. There are so many Park Lane offers the incentive, so I don't have to, and nor do our leaders. And we're getting to keep our income in our pocket, as well as having the opportunity each month to earn over $1,000 in free product each and every month. And what do we do with that? Well, you can do a lot of different things with it. You can build up your display when you're a new stylist or when the new collection comes out. You can, use it as giveaways for people in need, trying to open the door of opportunities for yourself. This month, I'm giving away over $1,000 in free product, doing a 12 Days of Christmas giveaway in my VIP group. All of that is being paid for courtesy of the free product that I earned last month. And I'm not having to pay out of pocket for that. Like, these are the benefits that come as a result with doing this business, with partnering with Park Lane and their Rich Rewards program, where every month you can earn, like I said, over $1,000 in free product. That adds up very quickly. So that's another big reason. Also, I feel this is a huge perk with Park Lane. So no matter what category of product that you're in, you want to make sure that your product is going to speak to a mass audience. Like, you don't want to be niched. You want to be able to speak to a mass audience. And at Park Lane, we sell jewelry. We have a full service jewelry line. Every single display is going to look very different. What my display represents is probably very different from the gal in, New York City, or the person that lives in the middle of Montana, or the person that, is a millennial, or the person that is, living in a very rural area. I mean, every display is going to look so different. And that's why I was so attracted to this opportunity here, that we have something for every style type, every demographic, every generation, every age group. We've got something for the gal that lives in the middle of the city and lives a very urban life, and her network is very urban. We've got styles for the gal that lives in a very rural community where that's her network and that's her market. And I don't have to tell you guys, like, it's very different depending on the part of the country that you live in and your stage of life and your network and your friend group. And I love that I can help someone that's 20 something get started and be profitable and be successful, because we have very inexpensive jewelry. And I love that I can help someone who's very established and possibly affluent and has an affluent network and wants to go with our couture and high-end pieces. I love that we offer something for all types, all demographics, all age groups. That was really important to me because, again, while I love selling the line, I love jewelry. I mean, I feel cute in it. It puts a smile on my face. For me, my passion is around the fact that it is the vehicle I use to empower and help women make a difference in their lives. For me, my passion isn't with accessories, so to speak. My passion is, it is the vehicle that I get to use to connect with women and help, and meet new people constantly, because in a party plan business, every time you're walking through the door, like last night, the show that I did last night, I met and booked 3 shows with 3 women that I would have not met had I not been in that home last night. 3 new people that I'm doing shows with in January as a result of our Rich Rewards and the fact that we have, and those 3 people I booked with are very different. One's from South Africa, that is probably my age. One lives in a suburb that is probably a bit younger, at a different stage of life than I am. And then one is very young and was there with her mother, probably closer in age to her mother than I am with her. She's got littles at home, and she loved so much of the line. So it just goes to show you that, again, the reason it was so important to me to be with not only with a very consumable product, jewelry is consumable, people are constantly updating their wardrobe, fashion is a consumable product, but also something that could be sold very easily anywhere with any person and then be able to have success with it. Because I want to help the millennial as well as the woman that's walking into her 70s. have a success with this business if they choose. So that's another perk that I feel is with Park Lane. And okay, so this is the other two things I want to mention. I talked about how generous the compensation plan is, but in reality, you get paid so much on your personal sales alone. If you come in and you have no experience, you're starting at 30%. You quickly bump to 32% when you've hit 5,000 in lifetime sales. You bring in one friend or family member to join you in the business, you quickly bump to 35%. You're never going backwards, you're always going forwards, because Park Lane offers a direct appoint program. And the way the direct appoint program works is you are, if you have come from another company and you have leadership experience, that leadership experience is recognized, it's respected. And if you come over to Park Lane because the fit is good for both, works well for you and it works well for Park Lane, then you will come in earning at that comparable level that you were at that previous company. So you are making the most of the compensation plan from day one that you're there at the plant, at the company. And the beauty in that is you never go back. You never go back. You don't demote. You don't have to work each month to be earning at your career rank or your pay rank or all those things. Like, you are paid at the level that you are from day one every single week. And you can move up, but you're never going to move back. And I just know so much negative energy can go towards all of that, and it just plays with people's emotions and makes them feel not good about themselves and makes them question if they're right in the industry and right in the business. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have that here. You don't have that. And so we get to focus on all the fun stuff, which is booking shows and training our people and meeting new people and, recruiting new members to join us and then helping them go out and have success. Like, it's just literally that simple. Very simple tactics to experience success. So I love that piece of, and I do feel that is a big perk with Park Lane and something that people that have come over have really loved. Now I'm going to mention, and I mentioned this a week ago, we have a special that is specifically for our Treasure Tribe. That special is in limited quantities. So I'm just going to say this again. We have a special for our Treasure Tribe. It is in limited quantities. It is for people that are in the industry that have leadership experience. So if you are currently with another company, if you are thinking about making a change because you feel things aren't working out at your time, whatever the case may be, we have a limited number of opportunities with this special. It's for our Treasure Tribe specifically, and it's for people in the industry with direct sales or network marketing leadership experience. You have the opportunity to get started at our $229 package, and normally you would get $1,000 in product with that, but between now and Christmas, so got 2.5 more weeks or so, you can get $2,000 in product at that $229 package. It's not for everybody. Obviously, we would want to connect with you. We would want to make sure that you are a good fit for us, that we are a good fit for you. We want it to be what you're looking for. We want it to be something that feels good on both, for both sides. But we do have some packages or opportunities still available at that limited edition. $229, get $2,000 in product to get started. And for those of you that are like, well, what would that look like? It looked like a display, a beautiful dining room table of jewelry for you to launch your business. That's what it would look like. So, and again, for you to be in the green very quickly and, earning income and continuing to build up your display through our Rich Rewards program that I talked about into the new year. So if you want to learn more, then I suggest you reach out to me or reach out to the person who shared this video with you. I know it's a busy time of year, but this is what I know about this time of year, that it is a time for reflection. It's a time for thinking about, do I want to stay where I am? Is it time for me to rip the Band-Aid and move forward in a new direction? If you are having those thoughts in your mind, you're not a bad person for having those thoughts. You're not a quitter for having those thoughts. You're being smart because you are looking at your options and what is going to work best for you and your family. And so I know it's hard to be in that situation. I've been in that situation, but at the end of the day, I am such a believer and the beauty of this business and what Park Lane can offer people. I would love to share so many examples. I probably need to do a live one day where I'm just going through and just bullet pointing example after example after example. The one that's coming to mind right now that I'm going to end with is a beautiful one of our new team members, Kathy. Kathy, you know who I'm talking to you. She was actually sponsored by my sister Christy. They've known each other for years. They were in college together. Anyway, she recently joined us in the last 3 weeks, I think. She has no experience in the industry, but she's a single mom. She's a teacher. She really wants to make extra income, needed to make extra income. You know, this was going to make a big difference and could make a big difference in her life. And she has had 4 shows now. In 3 weeks, she's had 4 shows, and she has earned over $2,000 in 4 weeks with in 3 weeks with 4 shows. She's earned over $2,000. When I tell you that $2,000 is making a huge impact in her life, is making a huge impact in her life. Her guests I was at her first show. Her guests are loving the jewelry. She's already sponsored her first team member. The new team member's launching this weekend. They could not be more excited, and I could not be more excited to watch them grow. This is why I do this business. I love helping people make a difference in their lives. So anyway, with that, thank you all so much. You got questions? Message me, message the person that sent this video to you. It's the time. Don't delay. It's time to get off the fence, and we'd be honored to have a conversation with you to see if it's right for you. Okay, thanks everybody. Mwah. Happy day.